Throughout history, there have been countless unexplainable stories, events, and moments captured on audio. These horrifying tapes were archived, never to be heard again. Until now. These are the tapes of trepidation.
Tape number 78, Side A, Dreamer.
I'm a very vivid dreamer. At least, that's what my therapist says when I recall my dreams to her. I've visited wonderful places, done things I wouldn't have been capable of doing in the real world. I've strolled in gorgeous fields of multicolored flowers, pale blue snow-capped mountains rising in the distance. I've been on Broadway, sailed on endless sparkling blue oceans under a bright cloudless sky. But I've also witnessed terrible crimes, watched grave robbers at work, witnessed death and despair, watched war in action. Yet, this is the strangest dream I've had so far. I'm standing in a dismal field of ankle-height grey grass, swaying in a light breeze. The field is surrounded by skyscrapers that reach up to dizzying heights, their jet-black walls studded with hundreds of windows lit with red light. All around, violet stems support glaring silver eyes in place of flowers. Though the sky is pure black, lacking a source of light, I can still see clearly. A yawning crack in the earth is before me, webbing across the landscape, splitting it into thousands of islands. For a moment I stood, surrounded by this, until I began to walk toward a circle of trees, following a path that had not been there before. The trees were a darker shade of grey than the grass, and the trunks seemed to be moving, as if they were made of millions of teeming ants. The leaves were red and glowing, as if emitting their own light. It was, in a dark way, beautiful. There was a mass of thorn vines crisscrossing the trunks, their thorns matching the leaves and looking wickedly sharp. The trees parted on the far end, the path continuing into darkness. I continued along the path, stepping gently on the soft grass. But soon, I began to have the feeling of being watched. My dream self ignored it for a bit, but it soon became too much. I turned to see a figure looming between the trees, solid black, except for its almond-shaped eyes, blood red and gleaming. It was basically human-shaped, though it was elongated, its limbs tapering to a sharp point. The creature had no nose or hair, but it did have a large mouth full of sharp, gleaming ivory teeth, stretching across its face to where its ears would be. It turned its head towards me, smiling.
Side B, Dreamless. Perhaps the first absolute given that we've ever learned is death. Fruit flies die in a matter of days. trees die in a matter of centuries. Every little thing's got its own lifespan, which is pretty insignificant in eternity. Point is, everything dies eventually. We like to call death so many different things, don't we? Passing away, or expiring, or taking a dirt nap. Things like that. Sometimes it's to soften the truth. Sometimes it's to sound poetic. And sometimes it's just gallows humor. My personal favorite is dreamless sleep. Before I go any further, I'll ask, did you know that long after the heart is stopped, activity can still be observed in the brain? The common definition of death describes it as the moment at which the heart stops. Going by that, you could say the brain still functions after death. Not indefinitely, but for a little while. So the question is death truly dreamless? What if, among the functions the brain still performs after death, dreaming is possible? In that case, we'd all have different afterlives. Some of us might have casual dreams. Some of us might have weird, senseless dreams. It'd all be a matter of chance. That makes us the masters of our own fates, even after we're no longer able to decide. Who knows if the dream will end once the brain dies, even. Perhaps it won't. A single moment determines the rest of eternity. And that's rather unfortunate. Because when our endless dreams turn into nightmares, there will be no waking up. This has been tape number 78, Dreamer and Dreamless, by the Tapes of Trepidation Horror Narration Podcast. Side A, Dreamer, was written by Lorithellama. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. And was originally posted on the Creepypasta Wiki. Guest narration for the story was by Ponch. Check out her fantastic YouTube channel, Ponch Monster Studios, where she has a ton of great narrations. She's a fantastic creator and is a wonderful member of the horror narration community, so go support her. Side B, Dreamless, was written by JustAnotherScarecrow and was originally posted on the Creepypasta Wiki. Narration for Side B was by TJ Hodder. Production and sound design for this episode was by TJ Hodder. Credits for music and additional sound design can be found in the show notes. The Tapes of Trepidation theme was written by the incredible J.M. Scherf. All logos, banners, overlays, and graphic design work was provided by the talented Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. If you have a story you would like to submit or question regarding the show, please contact us at tapesoftrepidation@gmail.com. Support the show by subscribing and leaving a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcatcher, or like and subscribe on YouTube. And be sure to tell your friends. Word of mouth is extremely helpful to a podcast like this one. And check us out on social media through the link tree in the show notes. We have Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Discord. I know I say it literally all the time. But if you like this podcast and you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. Come hang out with us. We keep things pretty light and have a lot of fun. And if you'd like to support the show a little more, consider joining the Tapes of Trepidation Patreon. With as little as $5 a month, you can gain access to monthly bonus short story / micropasta narrations, the weekly behind-the-scenes podcast within the archive, and more. So come, join us, and become trapped within the archive. Just like my current patrons, Doozer Pin Dan, Ronan Komori, Eric Phones, Patrick Stewart, Madam Strangeways, Dr. Torment, Tori, Queen Cam, and Kai Phaeton. Thank you all so much for the support. I couldn't do this without you guys. All content used on Tapes of Trepidation is either original, used with permission, or is available under a Creative Commons by Share Alike license. All rights reserved unless otherwise stated. Licensing information can be found in the show notes. This podcast and its content may not be redistributed or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Tapes of Trepidation and the story's author. Thank you all so much for listening.